now what we are looking at is a great time to buy a home, because property prices are still a little low. Interest rates as well are very low, so one can take on debt and not have to pay off a very heavy EMI. But the question is, to what extent, Karthik, should one stretch their finances to buy a home? And let's talk first about a first-time home buyer. Considering that you may feel that, okay, like you mentioned, right now interest rates are low, but we don't know what it's going to be tomorrow. Anyway, there's a call that, okay, perhaps central banks may raise interest rates. So, to what extent should one stretch their finances and think that, okay, this is just a once in a lifetime opportunity of sorts that I've got, so I'll do whatever it takes, but let me kickstart my home ownership journey?
Yes, we are at a kind of an inflection point, it seems like, because real estate as a sector was very, very buoyant, and the prices were extremely high, super sky high in about the year 2007-8. And from there, we've actually seen kind of and I'm talking purely from the point of the real estate index. So we've seen 12 years of more or less very range bound kind of a movement. It's not really gone ahead. And it's way below the 2008 levels in terms of, property prices and expensiveness and even affordability. So therefore, yes, it's at a culmination point. I mean, it's at a turning point, if you like, and a point of inflection. So if you're thinking of buying a property, maybe buy now, who knows, 6-8 months down the line, if the cycle turns around, then property would suddenly become 30% more expensive. And that's across various segments and across the board. It's going to be an industry-oriented shift, for reasons that we spoke of, wanting more space and having it more convenient, more, making it more cost effective for you to own, so on and so forth. So rentals are always going to be available. But my sense is, if you are going to stretch beyond 30 or 35% of your monthly cash flow, then that's a red flag. Because in today's time, let's assume you need 40-50% for your general expenses on a month-to-month basis. And then if you don't have even a 15% or a 20% left to invest and create wealth, and even to support your loan, some point of time you might want to prepay and things like that. So if you don't even have that much provision, and if you're going to be above 35%, I would think just go easy, take your time. Rentals are always available, but first create a little bit of base for yourself and then think about buying a house. So 30-35% would be a very, very strong point for me in terms of how much you can afford from your monthly cash flows, especially for the first time buyer.